Dokładnie 1 kwietnia mieszkańcy Schiller Park wybiorą burmistrza oraz nową radę miejscowości. Mamy dziś, drodzy Państwo, ogromną przyjemność powitać w studio dziennika związkowego burmistrza Schiller Park. Mayor Nick Caiafa is our guest. Mayor, welcome.
Hi, and thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Witam również panią Magdalenę Bujnowską-Salman, która jest kandydatką na trustee.
Tak jest, witam serdecznie wszystkich Państwa.
Witam. Schiller Park is a very Polish town.
It is.
Do you have any data on what percentage of the population is Polish?
We believe it's 22%.
Really? Almost every fourth?
That's a huge population. Mm-hmm. Now that's American Polish and Polish.
Yeah.
So yes, it's huge Polish town.
That's significant. So
yes.
We have something to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
About the future of the Schiller Park. Pani Magdaleno, jak mieszka się w tym mieście? Jak mieszka się w Schiller Park?
No ja myślę, że Schiller Park jest miejscowością, którą każdy chyba Polak zna. Mm-hmm. Jak nie przejeżdżał, to był, bo od kogoś zna z rodziny. Jest to bardzo rodzinne miasteczko. Ale nie tylko tam mieszkają same rodziny, również mamy dużo seniorów. Mm-hmm. Szczerze powiedziawszy, no ja uwielbiam tam mieszkać i wiążę naszą przyszłość jak najbardziej z Schiller Park.
No rzeczywiście, ja sam jestem jedną z tych osób, które mają w swojej przyszłości episod związany z Schiller Park i zawsze z takim z dużym sentymentem. I wspominam ten okres i chętnie wracam do Schiller Park. There's a lot of very significant Polish places in Schiller Park. Name a few of them.
So we have huge businesses in town that are Polish operated and owned. We have Top Quality Floorworks, Lost Hardwoods, Kitchen and Bath, and then we converted a parking garage, which was an office building in the early 2000s, back into an office building by a Polish trucking company contractor who redid all the buildings except for one. He's still working on it, but they are now Class A office buildings, and they are quickly being leased.
You're talking about the O'Hare Tech Center.
O'Hare Tech Center, yes.
Yeah.
And anybody who has an office, law office, wants to be close to the airport, logistics, this is the place to be. It's the closest office building to the entrance of O'Hare.
Definitely. Allegra Banquets.
Allegra Banquets is amazing.
So many Polish events. That's also in Schiller Park.
So that was a factory not 6 years ago, and Tony, with his vision, came up with an idea to convert a factory into a banquet hall, and it is amazing. He demoed everything but left 3 walls up and rebuilt it to his liking, and it's just amazing the amount of business it gets.
When we talk about Polish footprint in Schiller Park, we have to mention the Gift from the Heart Foundation.
Oh my God. They are an anchor to our community, just an amazing group of volunteers that bring children who need help from Poland and other places in Europe that need medical treatment that's only best here in the United States. And they house them, they make their appointments, they set them up, and it's just, they'll drive them to locations for hospitals. They're either in Tennessee, Florida, or even Minnesota, Shriners. They're just an amazing organization. They put so much effort and dedication into it.
So I'm asking all those questions to kind of paint the picture that Schiller Park is a very welcoming city for businesses, and Polish businesses feel especially welcome in Schiller Park. Why is so?
I think mainly because we're welcoming to the Polish community. When most started migrating here, people started their businesses. We're close enough to the city that we're almost considered the city, but we have that small town feel. Yeah. We don't have the crime. We don't have, if you own a business, you're worried about these things. You're worried about how you're going to get staff. So if you move too far west, you can't get staffing. If you're right in the middle here, you can find engineers, you can find staffing, and you're close enough to the city where if you have a meeting downtown, you can be down there shortly. It's perfect.
And location, just like in real estate. Highways, extremely close. Railroad goes right through the city. The airport is just across the street, we can say. Yeah. So it's all right there. Na pewno pani Magdalena, ma pani wielu polskich przyjaciół, którzy mieszkają w Schiller Park. im się mieszka? Czy oni podzielają te same rzeczy, kiedy rozmawia Pani z mieszkańcami?
Ja może powiem tak, że mam takich przyjaciół, którzy zawsze mówią, o, next year przeprowadzamy się, mijają dekady, a oni dalej są
Zostają w Schiller Park.
They just love it, you know, it's hard to move. I mean, like you said, it's so just convenient po prostu, to jest tak wygodne ze względu transportu i mamy super szkołę, naprawdę. Our schools, ja myślę, że są naprawdę, zasługują tutaj na podkreślenie.
Tak, bo czego szukają rodziny? Rodziny szukają dobrej edukacji dla swoich dzieci i rodziny też szukają dobrego zaplecza. Chcą pójść na spacer w bezpiecznej okolicy, chcą móc korzystać z wspaniałych parków miejskich. Ta oferta, no chyba w 100% jest spełniona.
Oczywiście jeszcze mamy przecież basen w Schiller Park tutaj i mamy 3 szkoły, z czego nowa Washington szkoła jest nową szkołą, jest nowo oddanym budynkiem. Także naprawdę one są naprawdę na wysokim poziomie, nie tylko ze względów estetycznych, ale oczywiście edukacyjnych również. Także i jest bezpiecznie, naprawdę są bezpieczne. Organizacja szkoły jest right in the point.
Świetnie. Mayor, let's get back to you. You're in the office for what? Past?
It'll be 8 years coming May.
Years.
It's been an amazing journey.
Yeah, I believe so. And I have the list of your accomplishments right over here. And we have to go through them line by line because those are really significant accomplishments. With $2.6 million in deficit converted to 11 million surplus. How is that possible in 6 years?
So it takes a lot of planning, and it's technology, using technology to do things. It's finding out where we can raise funds without raising property taxes. It's about trying to figure out the best ways to raise money to combine services. We found that there were 5 different departments doing the exact same job and just not communicating.
Yeah.
So technology has replaced a lot of that. We've replaced a lot of our contractors in economic development and all of that with, myself and our village manager are now doing a lot of that. So we've saved, good $500,000 just in payroll from those things.
Yeah, because usually when we analyze moves like that, numbers like that, people suffer because of higher taxes and because of cost-cutting measures. Like towns have to slash spending on parks, on recreation, on education. None of that happened in Schiller Park.
So no, we actually have a program where we've been able to achieve grants for park rebuilding from the tollway, from our government partners. We've done a lot of roads and things with those grants. We also created a tax based only on people flying in and out of the airport that allows us some money to do our roads. So every road, every capital project we have done in the last 6 years, not a penny of it has come from property taxes.
Yeah, that's pretty much the second line here. Over $30 million acquired in grants to improve the roads and infrastructure. Now, commercial and industrial development at 30-year high.
Yes, well, a lot of that has to do with O'Hare Tech Center. So we have 90 plus additional business licenses than we had in 2006. So that just tells you how much our village has grown in business.
And post-pandemic landscape discourages people from opening new businesses, establishing brick and mortar footprint, and you again are able to overcome these and bring businesses to Schiller Park, even though the economy says the other way.
So we expanded Aldi, we brought in a Dollar Tree, Pizzeria Uno, we brought in another banquet hall other than Allegra, who's also Polish-owned. It's been being business friendly really helps to bring business.
Yeah.
Let people know you're out there and you're willing to listen, and they come.
Expanded senior programs and improved access to parks and green spaces. So those are the basic needs of both, I think, major groups, the families and senior citizens living in Schiller Park. How are you addressing those?
So for our parks, we have made it so that you can get to a park or a green space without crossing any major street. We actually added a park. We've redone some parks to make it so that it's more viable for the average person to get to without having to, cross Irving Park Road, cross Lawrence Avenue, cross River Road. And then we have this forest preserve, which is a hidden gem.
Yeah, it is.
It's just amazing. And we got a $12 million grant to redo the pathways and the bridge, and we're getting another bridge over Irving. We have a bridge over Lawrence. So we've really been active.
Amazing. Pani Magdaleno, Mayor Nick has already years of experience. Burmistrz ma już ogromne doświadczenie. Pani do samorządu kandyduje po raz pierwszy. Proszę nam opowiedzieć o sobie. Czym pani się zajmowała do tej pory?
Ja jestem z Polski animatorem kultury, więc nigdy nie byłam związana z polityką, muszę przyznać. Więc jest to dla mnie nowe pole do popisu. Ja myślę, że majora ja mam tym i zaproponował mi to tym, że po prostu oprócz tego, że też działam w Darze Serca, no jestem wolontariuszką w wielu miejscach i jestem takim społecznikiem. Może nie mam doświadczenia politycznego, ale jeżeli chodzi o stawanie w czyjejś obronie, mówienie w czyimś imieniu, Magda zawsze jest pierwsza. Myślę, że major ma bardzo dobrą intuicję i wyczuł to we mnie i dlatego powiedział: słuchaj Magda, ja myślę, że ty powinnaś spróbować, jesteś odpowiednią osobą na odpowiednim miejscu, więc dlatego tu teraz jestem. Jestem pełna samomotywacji i jestem gotowa, żeby pomóc i przynieść coś dobrego dla tego miasteczka i dla mieszkańców Schiller Park.
No, mieszka pani w mieście od jak dawna?
Mieszkam w Schiller Park od 10 lat. Mieszkam od 10 lat, a w Stanach jestem od 20 lat. A na co dzień zajmuję się promowaniem sztuki. Mój mąż jest artystą, więc jestem jego menadżerem, można tak powiedzieć. Robimy różne art fairs w Chicago. A więc tak jak mówię,
Ta
to są
działalność
takie
kulturalna w Schiller Park na pewno zyska.
Na pewno. Tak.
Świetnie. Let's talk about the slate of candidates. As I said, tak jak drodzy Państwo powiedziałem wcześniej, wybieramy burmistrza na kolejną kadencję. Do obsadzenia jest również pozycja Village Clerk oraz 3 stanowiska Village Trustees. Could you say a few words about other candidates who are on the same slate?
Sure. When we decided to put this slate together and run with a new slate, we decided that we wanted people who most represent the community. So we found a person who grew up in town. He represents, the past and the future and what he thinks for the future, young kids. We found Magdalena, who's a wonderful, wonderful addition. She has taken control of her entire community over there and made things so much better by directing us on how to make them better. And that's the key. That's what a trustee does. And then we have Annie, who is a Spanish-speaking lady. She has 2 kids that went through our school system. Wow. And, just an amazing lady. She's outgoing. She's all about the community, so we're happy.
Wonderful. Let's talk about the plans. Let's assume that you will be elected, that you will remain the mayor, that you will join the board of trustees. What are your plans for the next term, for the next 4 years?
So for me, continue our senior programs, which we didn't get into. We've done a lot with crafts and things like that. We're working on additional programs for seniors to make sure that our community is even safer. We're working on some major intersection improvements. Old River Road in Irving has been an accident-prone intersection for many years. River Road in Lawrence, the IDOT has agreed to start a study. River Grove in Irving, IDOT has River Road in Irving IDOT has agreed to start a study. So the plan is to get double left turn lanes at each one because we have a lot of accidents at those 2 intersections. People come through the forest preserve and they're at a high rate of speed. This will slow everything down and make it much safer. We added a traffic light or an intersection improvement at Judd and Irving in the last 3 years, which has been really a lifesaver for a lot of people.
Awesome. Pani Magdalena, na czym Pani chce się skoncentrować w ciągu następnych 4 lat?
Czy przede wszystkim teraz, jak właśnie wchodzimy i zapoznajemy się z rezydentami Schiller Park, to pytamy również o opinię i ich potrzeby, no bo po to jesteśmy, taka będzie nasza funkcja. Więc ja również działam właśnie z jedną z pań, która ma biuro w Heritage Center w Mocy Kobiet. Więc tutaj żeśmy już z Majorem wspominali pewne kwestie, seniorzy chcą więcej programów mieć, więc na pewno bardziej rzeczy takich rozrywkowo-edukacyjnych, że tak powiem, a także na tym się będziemy skupiać. No i tak jak Major mówił, będziemy po to, żeby wysłuchiwać wszelkich sugestii i wszelkich spraw, z którymi po prostu chcą ludzie do nas przychodzić. Ja myślę, że powinniśmy troszeczkę skupić się też na parkach dla dzieci. Jest coraz więcej rodzin właśnie mieszkających w Schiller Park, więc myślę, że tutaj też trzeba będzie położyć troszeczkę więcej nacisku na to, żeby jakieś tam zmiany wprowadzić, improvements. Major też nie wspomniał, tutaj zapomniał, bardzo dużo drzew teraz sadzimy w Schiller Park, także there was more trees coming right in Schiller Park, także będzie bardziej zielono, it's gonna get more green. Także generalnie bardzo dobrze się na wszystko zapatruję i tak jak mówię, jestem dumna z mieszkańców Schiller Park i cieszę się, że jesteśmy tak za sobą, znamy się, jesteśmy taką jedną wielką rodziną.
Ja cieszę się bardzo, że polska społeczność jest zauważona i reprezentowana. I'm really happy that you found person who has Polish background.
Amazing.
Decided to put on your slate.
Truly amazing.
To represent that 20+% of your citizens. And honestly, when I look at all the mayors of suburban cities, I think you are the most Polish, non-Polish mayor
Yes.
around Chicago. You've been to Poland recently. We even met there.
Yes.
Let's talk about what you saw, what impressions you brought from Poland.
So I was invited as a guest of the Polish government, as you know, to go to the World Economic Forum. It was an amazing place. We went to Warsaw. We had some meetings with different government aid entities to talk about the different ways that government works. And then we went to Karpacz, and the ski resort was just beautiful, amazing. And we attended many meetings with some really high-level officials in Poland, and we really learned a lot from each other. We learned the differences that are going on. In fact, we had some come back from Poland, and they wanted to tour our schools because we talked a little bit about the schools, and they were amazed at the different ways of teaching and things like that. So it was really enlightening, and it was really the food was great. The people were just wonderful and friendly. I never felt like I was, in a strange place. It just was amazing.
You were at home, definitely, and that is a huge thing, ladies and gentlemen. That Mayor Caiafa was actually invited to Poland to be presented as an example of how to work with Polish diaspora and how to incorporate them and what solutions work here in Schiller Park that could be done not just in Poland, but in different places around the world. Drodzy Państwo, wybory 1 kwietnia w Schiller Park. Zapoznajcie się Państwo z ofertą programową burmistrza Nicka Caiafa i wszystkich ludzi, którzy znajdują się na jego liście wyborczej, z ofertą wyborczą pani Magdaleny Bujnowskiej. Zachęcam do głosowania. Niezależnie od tego, na kogo będziecie głosować, weźcie udział w tych wyborach. Mam nadzieję, że zagłosujecie na burmistrza Caiafę i na panią Magdalenę Bujnowską. I mam nadzieję, że Schiller Park będzie tak piękny i tak dobrze się rozwijający, tak kwitnący, jak jest w tej chwili. Mayor, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is wonderful.
Zachęcamy do głosowania.
Zachęcamy do głosowania. Dziękujemy.